I was just gonna say, before we go live, I just wanted to tell you, I got my Midna body pillow, so I'm so fucking excited for that. All right, you can go live now, Zach.
That's good.
Wait. Oh.
Folks, what is up and welcome to possibly the penultimate episode of Great Ace Attorney with an Actual Lawyer. I'm your host, Zach, joined by our voice actor, Wes.
It sounded like you said with an actual warrior for a second, and I was like, ah!
And our actual lawyer, our warrior lawyer, Pritch.
I am a warrior lawyer.
He'll kill you and sue you for it.
Pridge, can I hear your war cry, Pridge?
Tee-hee.
Yeah!
Yes!
Folks, if you want to catch this live, you can catch it live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam, see the exciting finale live, and if you'd like to support us, we really appreciate that. Head over to patreon.com/SaveDataTeam, where for just $5 a month, you get access to the full VOD channel of every single stream we do. $5 lets you vote on one of our variety streams, as well as get your name included as an NPC in our D&D campaign Saving Throw, and at the $10 level and above, you get your name included in this Patreon song. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Burger Bun, Mr. Cola Bun, Andy Cosmo, Dave Hall, Lucha, and Sofino. HSM, Ernless, Crow Knight, Danny, Antilester, Kevin Asian, Shadowed, Navi. Witch Tower, Skyher, Lockhart, Self Aria, Arky, Forensic Technic, Cole, JFJ, Mystic, Woody. Leprechaun, Jacob L, Go, Zeppeli, Sheber, Steam, Ryger, Rilla, Jolie, Baron Esper, BBC, What, and Sherlock's Mr. Mochasil, Art, Ami, Borshak. Amelia, Super Cool, Awana, Walshrim, Mari, Diego Garcia, Next Boomer, Emily. Mega Zero, Big Curbo, Who Needs to Sleep, Alea, Yakta, Est, Ever Entropy, Daedric and Seraphina, Sealamgar, Chrissy, Fluffguff, Tasty, Marbar, Jack Warner, Taco Sensei, QB, Nagashi, Anime Chick, The Jester, Haruka, Naidi, Dessert Boy Man, Elijah Sly, Rick Rat, Katcha, Traveling in a Box, and Snowcat, Conjuring Scribe, Zeal, Croissant, Fulfilla, Written Word, Shade the Punisher, Sevilla. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. But with that all out of the way, let's get back into the game. Right, we randomly decided to just roll with it and try and find out who the real Reaper is, and it's definitely not Barrick Van Zeeks, despite what Cosmo says. The Reaper and the Assassin Exchange.
I've never taken the life of another, nor have I instructed another to kill. I've been investigating the truth behind the Reaper for years, and I was aware of Gregson's involvement. That's the reason why I went to Fresno Street that day, and how I came to discover the body. The point is, no common thread exists between myself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I don't know why. My first thought was, I think that's the lie. We can get him on that. But I'm like,
I know.
We're not trying to get him.
Yeah.
I forgot. Who am I defending?
Yeah, right.
Where's Soseki? I'm defending him again, right?
Therefore, there's no reason to suspect me of being behind the Assassin Exchange. So you deny all accusations by the prosecution?
Bro, he just got found... somebody else just got found guilty for this, like...
Both that you are the Reaper of the Bailey, and that you masterminded the Assassin Exchange.
Yes. Do you really think after all that I would just say, haha, it actually was me?
I acknowledge that the public at large believe me to be the Reaper. However, that's a fallacy, which I alone am in a position to forswear. Naturally, the prosecution believes the testimony just given by the accused to be untrue. Rinosuke Naruhodo.
You are the Reaper?
What? How did you know, Kazuma? I mean, shit. Got me again, Kazuma.
Got me again?
Yes?
Let me ask you, why are you here? What really brings you to this courtroom?
It's my job. Because you
Well,
died, bro. That's why.
When a mommy lawyer and a daddy lawyer love each other very much.
Objection! Lawyers are incapable of love.
Very good.
But Pridge, so does that mean you just lied to me earlier today?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Wes.
A desire to uncover the truth.
Even if the truth proves your client to be guilty.
Yes? From all my experiences in this courtroom, I've come to realize something. The truth can't be hidden. Sooner or later, it will come out.
Tell that to the people hiding Tupac.
Wow. I thought we were going to go with, a much more believed conspiracy or popular conspiracy.
Every once in a while you gotta throw back to an Elvis or Tupac still lives.
Okay, yeah.
Every once in a while you just gotta drop back to one of those.
Yeah. Flavor Dave says, tell that to the second shooter on the grassy knoll. It's good.
Who may have been Tupac.
Oh!
Even though that was before.
No, that wouldn't have worked. No.
I don't even know how old Tupac was.
Probably pretty young, if at all.
Yeah, it was Tupac.
So it's always my intention to work with my client in pursuit of the truth.
Yeah, Tupac wasn't yet.
I want you to remember what you just said.
I want you to remember it too when I prove your ass wrong.
Enough dilatory chatter. Counsel for the defense, proceed to cross-examine the witness.
Yes, my lord. I know exactly what you're thinking, Kazuma. I know you're just waiting to point it out. The contradiction you're convinced lies somewhere within this man's testimony.
I was gonna say, why are we cross-examining him? We don't
wouldn't
actually have anything to like.
Yeah, wouldn't that mean he's supposed to point it out?
Our position is that everything he said is true.
No, because it's Ace Attorney, and no matter who's on the stand, all we gotta do is prove them wrong until the good guy is proved right.
It's just funny. I'd be like, I don't want to cross-examine him. I agree. I believe him. I agree.
Yeah, the defense rests.
Questioning about this has no benefit to my case.
Yeah. Life, and Fluffguff does ask press statement 4, which, I mean, I was going to do anyways, so I'm very curious to see what he has to say to this.
Hold it!
What do you have to say for yourself?
There is a link between you and Gregson, though.
Of course. We were close acquaintances. We'd worked on numerous cases together. I consider the man to be a mentor of sorts. He taught me a number of important lessons.
He did? Such as what?
The best fish and chips shop in London.
No!
Oh, yeah!
Yep! Yep, Wes got it, baby!
No way!
Line it up! Out of the park,
Wow.
baby!
Wow!
Oh, man!
That was incredible.
Looks like I made this game too, baby. Where to buy good fish and chips and such like.
Well, that was convincing.
I mean, I think Gina said it too, that he taught her about fishing,
Yeah.
that it taught her the best chase. I mean, he does that. He will hook you up with the best spots.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
if I was gonna ask anybody, it would be him.
Yeah, he is not selfish about the good fish and chip spots. He wants to spread the joy of fish and chips to all people. I respect that.
That's his Nindo, his ninja way.
That's my Nindo.
Is to tell everyone the best places to buy fish and chips. Data bio.
The village hidden in the vinegar.
It's Ichiraku fish and chips.
Hey everybody, go check out
Save Data Bio, please.
Save Data Bio.
Here's a new episode. We're gonna do a new one of those, I think in a week or in like a week and a half. I think.
Yeah. Next week, I believe, something like that.
Dr. Wilson was a coroner, of course, but that was some time in the past. And in any case, I understand it was several years ago now that he was invited to work at a Japanese university.
That's
Yes,
right.
I murdered him while he was there. Damn it!
Got me again.
Jigoku just buzzed
not
back in.
you
I knew
that
it.
got
I told you.
I told you he did it.
That's right. He was a visiting professor at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo.
It should be unambiguously clear, then, that no link exists between myself and him. In other words, I had no motive for sending some assassin across the oceans to kill the man.
Just curious, do you think they want us to point out that Wilson did the autopsy on his brother? Or at least signed off on the autopsy on
his brother has to be the link between all three.
Yeah, is that what they're going for? Because I
I
feel like you can almost like just present the autopsy
picture.
with Wilson's signature.
Or that too, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. It sounds plausible enough, and I want to believe it. But something about this just doesn't quite sit right with me. Really quick, Fluffcuff, was that the one we were supposed to press? Because that wasn't funny. That was just a real thing.
I mean,
It did have the fish and chips line.
it had the fish and chips
I'm an
bit.
idiot. Yep, sorry. You know, my brain...
But to be fair, it might still be the right answer.
No, it definitely is. My brain is like... Unless it happened 10 seconds ago, it's gone.
I got you. I got you.
Zach has no joke permanence.
Yeah, object permanence I'm fine on, but joke permanence, nothing.
Yeah, it literally says corner.
Clint.
Clint.
Where is Gregson? Yep, boom, got all three. All three names
Yeah.
on it.
All three, baby.
Zach
All three.
Zach has trouble finding the Clint.
No.
Objection.
No.
What is this? An autopsy report? Wait. This is 10 years old. From the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Zeeks. What? My brother's autopsy report.
I'm pleased to see the defense doesn't intend to run from the undeniable truth.
I can't wait to fucking... it's gonna feel really good getting your ass, Cosmo.
And also proving you wrong.
But yes, thank you. Very good.
Order in the court. What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old autopsy report?
It just... I don't know why.
Comma? Is that
Yeah,
what you're thinking?
yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
why are you showing
A 10-year-old count.
Yeah.
What is Iris Wilson doing in my courtroom?
I know,
Why did
my
you bring her
brain,
here?
my brain did that for a second.
What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old, counsel? What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old autopsy report here, counsel?
Well, she's smarter than everyone in this room, so...
This, the autopsy report of the professor's final victim, is an indelible link between Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson, and the defendant.
Not that accursed name again. the Professor.
I mean, that's not a name. Just to be clear.
I've personally researched all of the court recording records relating to that case. I know that at the time, autopsy was considered sacrilege to the victims' souls. And for a member of the aristocracy like Lord Clint Van Zeeks, it was unthinkable. But someone implored the powers that be to allow the autopsy to go ahead. Inspector Gregson. He declared that he was certain he would obtain conclusive proof from the procedure.
Do we ever find out what that conclusive proof was?
Nope.
Okay, excited to learn that.
We didn't?
No, I'm pretty sure we have not figured out what it was.
We know when he was killed. He was stabbed. Oh, single stab wound to the heart. Had other external wounds. He had scarlet ink stains on the little end ring fingers of the right hand, but no document corresponding ink was found.
Yeah. Okay. We did know that vital evidence was recovered from his stomach. We just don't know what that is. True.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna guess it's a tip of a blade.
Because I do remember hearing something about something being found in his stomach, but we don't know what that is yet.
Yeah. It was a fish and chip.
Wait, why would Gregson fucking screw his own self over?
Because he's like, oh, good, I lost this, and then he ate it.
No! That's so fucked up.
Ew! I grossed myself out with that
So
one.
gross.
And it was Dr. Wilson who conducted the autopsy. His signature is clearly visible on the document.
As promised by Gregson, the autopsy did indeed produce evidence. Evidence that conclusively proved Genshin Asogi was guilty of the murders. In my brother's dying moments, he mustered all his remaining strength to leave that vital clue behind.
In his own stomach?
Yeah, did he swallow a piece of paper by Genshin Asogi saying, "I did it, haha"?
Maybe it was the Gregson papers.
God damn it.
He swallowed the Clint papers.
This sucks.
Indeed. That was the key to indicating the Professor for his crimes, and the conclusive evidence that convicted him.
Indicting.
It enabled Lord Van Zeeks here to avenge his brother's senseless death with a marvelous victory in court.
A marvelous victory, was it? I wonder if that's really true.
What?
Could the same be said if it turned out that the key piece of evidence in question was in fact fabricated? If the inspector, the coroner, and the prosecutor all colluded together.
Ooh, did they all work together? And this is why they had to kill Wilson and Gregson, because they were one of the two people left that knew.
I mean, that's what he thinks.
Yeah, that's what he thinks.
So probably not.
I don't think Van Zeeks. I don't think Van Zeeks was involved with the fabrication of the evidence.
Oh, 100%. It was Stronghart, but
Yeah.
To cast an innocent Japanese man as a mass murderer and send him to his death.
That's outrageous!
And now, 10 years later, for some reason the secret has been threatened and needs protecting. Which is why the inspector and the coroner had to be silenced, isn't it? By someone in power in Japan and in Britain, using the two killers recruited for the assassin exchange.
Is that a
Order!
louder, is that a louder than normal crowd sound? Or is that just me?
Maybe.
Might
They
have
do have like a murmuring crowd, and then they have like a
a
outraged
yelling
crowd.
yeah.
Order! Order at once!
10 years ago, my father was convicted in this very courtroom as a mass murderer, to be sentenced to death. But it was all a sham, and I swore to myself that I'd prove it. Which is why I had to come to Britain. Whatever the cost.
Okay, first off, I love that story arc for you. I feel like you shouldn't be admitting this right now. 2, you are correct, but you are very misguided. Where'd you get the wine again?
Also, is this the time?
Yeah, this makes you look really bad.
Yeah. Honestly, only villains do this. The
Yes.
last time we had someone on the witness stand twirl a glass of wine, it was Matt on guard, who is
Yeah.
certifiably unhinged. So you should not do that.
You'll have to forgive me if I feel compelled to toast this vengeful Nipponese's tenacity of purpose here. However,
You're right, Chad. It was chalky milk.
All right.
It wasn't wine. And this is fruit punch. So
It's grape juice.
it's grape juice. Yeah.
We haven't even got to those jokes yet.
he who fails to quash his emotions in the courtroom has failed as a lawyer.
Come on, Cosima! You know this won't wash! You're claiming your father was misrepresented in a trial that took place a whole decade ago! You must see that without evidence, that's nothing more than a wild accusation!
As it happens, I have evidence.
Okay, I'm into this. What?!
As the court has heard, I crossed the channel to France with Gregson on the 31st. I went with him on the pretext of being the assassin recruited to kill Seishiro Jigoku. But my true intentions were to make the inspector tell me the truth.
What truth?
The truth about the evidence, and he acknowledged what I'd already deduced. There's a closely guarded secret about what went on in that autopsy 10 years ago.
What? A secret? I know nothing of any secret.
While we waited for my supposed mark in Jigoku's cabin, I drew my clan's illustrious sword, Karuma, before the inspector's eyes. Wait, has it always been chipped then? Like, it's always been that way?
Wait! No. Because
And then the blade that's in the trunk is something different? It's a different
God, that
tip
would
of
be
a blade?
wild if it was. The idea that Ryan had this sword for like however many months and never pulled it out of the sheath to look at it once.
Yeah, because that's the thing is we've never seen it out of the sheath until he just did it. So
Didn't he use it to cut?
he
do
did.
knots?
He did, but we didn't really see it.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not saying just he has drawn it before.
Yes, he did draw it once.
You're right.
But he did like a very like samurai like pink, and then sheathed it immediately.
Also, this is completely side noting. I just got a text from my dad that said, "You have a mustache now? Looks good." Which, like, to be
Hi,
fair, I have
Zach's
been
dad.
growing up- I don't know if he's watching the stream or if he's just watching a YouTube video from like the last week or so. But hey, Dad, I hope you're watching, and if so, hope you're having a good night. Thank you.
He very quickly understood what my true motive was. Listen, everybody just wants to everyone wants to cosplay as Gregson. That's what's
I
happening. on
know,
our
for
streams.
real.
Right, I see. You're that Asogi's young lad, are you? And what? You're gonna cut me down with that thing? Is that it?
Whoa!
Last words of guy who got stabbed.
Yes,
What are you gonna do? Stab me? His last words.
Yes.
And what? You're gonna cut me down with that thing? Is that it?
Incredible.
That will very much depend on the answers you give to my questions. I want to know what really happened 10 years ago. The truth, that's all.
Before we get into it, let me make one thing clear. I still believe your father was the professor. There's no doubt in my mind. But unfortunately, back then, we didn't have the evidence we needed to make the crime stick.
You son of a bitch, Gregson. You did plant the fake evidence.
So, you admitted then. The evidence used in my father's trial was fabricated.
No.
It's for the good of the country.
No.
A crooked cop. How surprising.
Wow. Wow. When we say ACAB, folks, we mean all.
We mean
A.
we mean the A. Both of them.
Anyway, I was just following orders.
Orders? What exactly did you do? Speak!
I'm not saying another word.
Even if your life depends on it.
That's right.
Haha, you said another word!
Damn it. Even then.
So, that's when the tip of the sword broke.
Oh, Kazuma-sama.
If the results of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy were fabricated, then the investigating officer Gregson and the lead coroner Wilson must have known about it. And they can only have been ordered to pervert the course of justice in that way by one man. The man... No, not only one person. There are many people that could have done that.
Also,
There's actually a much more likely culprit of that.
Yeah, wasn't it Bird's first case too?
it was literally from what I'm pretty sure we heard, it was moments before, the day before, it was going to be fucking Stronghart prosecuting the case, and he begged him to let him do it instead.
Do you realize that at this point in time, Baron Van Zeeks did not have that kind of pull in the judiciary?
No.
Yeah.
And also...
He was just Clint's brother. I mean, obviously he was a noble, so he had some power, but he was just Clint's brother at that point.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because Kazuma is so close. He's so close.
but no cigar.
Perhaps, but still so very wrong.
I would... Kazuma, buddy, if you're pointing fingers, why not point the finger at the dude who says that he'll do anything to make sure that Britain's legal system looks like the best legal system in the entire world? Mm-hmm. And he means anything.
Uh-huh.
So I would look at maybe that guy.
Just maybe.
The man leading the case for the prosecution, Barak Van Zeeks. In other words, I totally didn't do it. Good. The defendant did have cause to organize this exchange of assassins. Exactly. And as we established earlier...
The only thing I want to know is why the fuck did Stronghart want to do this 10 years after the fact? Yeah, we'll find out, I'm sure.
Probably because, well, I wonder if because now that Kazuma's old enough to, he was kind of hoping that, this would all just bury itself, but then Cosmo started showing up and trying to do things. Maybe he felt that compelled him to... I don't know, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It has to have been the Reaper himself who liaised with Jigoku in Japan to arrange the exchange. I've never heard the word liaised before.
Yeah, it's
I guess it's just
Obviously
a verb of liaison.
Liaison, but
very interesting choice of words for a English as a second language person, but sure.
Uh-huh. So it follows that the Reaper's true identity can only be that of the man who stands accused in this courtroom today, Barak Van Zeeks.
Oh,
Yeah, this is tenuous
him.
at
It's
best.
Not him. Like,
Kazuma Asogi.
people in the audience, stop saying "ooh." It's not that impressive.
What?
chicken butt.
No.
Damn it! Is this what you did to my father too?
What you've just told the court. Are you absolutely certain of your facts? Did Gregson really fabricate evidence for that trial 10 years ago?
I heard it with my own ears. His shameful admission.
Are you gonna break the bench?
Wait, I just realized. Who built the bench again, really?
Oh,
Did
yeah,
they just
No,
have
we did mention it last week.
Yeah,
Very
did we?
briefly.
It came back before the end of last week's stream, which is why.
Yeah.
It's the bit from the Grinch movie. The good thing we've got a spare.
In that case, I know the name of the Reaper.
What?
Lord Van Zeeks.
Say it.
I gave no such orders. I know that for certain. Which narrows down the remaining possibilities to one.
If Lord Van Zeeks isn't the one behind all this, yes, there is only one other person who could have done something like that. Please, game, say it, please. I believe I know who it is too.
You.
I just had a feeling
It's
this
you!
was going to come up. The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is...
Sandwich.
You
He
bastard!
fucking is here. He is in our role.
Look at that. Look at that. Age unknown, suspicious.
Yeah.
Remember
Damn it,
these
Sandwich,
characters?
you-
They were in this case too.
I love how much the Redheaded League is such a pointless. It's such like a. I
It's a
wouldn't call it a
throwaway
red.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd call it a red herring
But
per
hey,
se.
Pridge, it's a
Unintended.
red herring for fucking sure.
Hey! But hey,
you
listen.
get that joke.
Pepino was actually one of my favorite characters to voice, so
That's
I'm
really
glad
fun.
they were in it.
We're picking Stronghart, yeah.
Susato Mikotaba.
I would love to
And,
accuse Susato. If I knew that there was unique dialogue for accusing Susato, I would pick it in a fucking heartbeat.
Absolutely.
But it's not gonna do that. So
No, he's gonna give us the generic. We can finally attempt to throw Mael under the bus.
Take that!
You've got Mael! The only person who could have arranged the assassin exchange and manipulated the autopsy results is the Lord Chief Justice himself, Lord Mael Stronghart!
I want Cosmo to be like, oh fuck, why didn't I think of that?
Oh my god,
know.
it was so obvious!
That makes so much more sense now that I take a step back and kind of think about it.
Yes,
Sorry, Baron. That's on me.
it's true that 10 years ago the defendant handled the prosecution of the professor in court. But he only took over the case after his brother, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, had been killed.
I can only assume that this is the most inappropriate joke in British judicial history.
Just wait till I start making 9/11 jokes, Your Honor.
God damn it.
Why would that date mean anything to me?
That means nothing to me.
That was the date that Mikotova's ship landed, if you'll remember. Very important date. Well, Lord Van Zeeks?
10 years ago, I was very new to my profession. But I had a burning desire to avenge my brother's death, so I pleaded for control of the case. The investigation to that point, the supplication of the lords to allow my brother's corpse to be examined. All the evidence I was given, the autopsy reports, it all came from you. I've spent my life since then believing I was in your debt for the way you stood aside and let me handle the trial. But I see now. I was very much mistaken.
It was a hugely influential force that caused the inspector and the coroner to break the law 10 years ago. And that same force was still felt a decade later on the other side of the world by Seishiro Jigoku. Lord Stronghart! Everything falls into place when we recognize that you are the Reaper of the Bailey! The audience is like, hey, yeah, it does kind of make sense.
The court awaits your response, my lord. This may very well go down in British judicial history, but I assure you, it is no joke. Consider this a formal accusal by the defense.
You're out of the defense.
It doesn't warrant a response.
Come on.
That's such a baby answer.
A formal accusal? Don't be absurd. The defense's claims are utter nonsense, a wild fantasy at best.
You're not going to defend yourself?
You claim there was some wrongdoing with Lord Clint Van Zeeks' autopsy. That's utterly untrue.
Objection.
But I heard it from Gregson's own lips. He admitted to it.
And where is your evidence?
What? Never heard of it.
Gregson's dead now. I killed him. Oh, damn it. Got me again.
Wait, no, we did that already. It wasn't you. It actually wasn't.
Exactly. So, clearly, I'm innocent. Unless you were thinking of summoning a ghost to the stand.
Well, Lord Stronghart, wait a couple decades and get back to us.
You mean to say... I forget how the system works in your little backwater country. But in the courts of the British Empire, without evidence, there is no case.
Oh, hello.
Ooh,
he slammed the bench now.
I have no intention of entertaining some wild fantasy that can't possibly be substantiated by anyone or anything.
Ah!
Order! Order in the court!
Fucking audience just like,
Yeah, you know what? He has always kind of looked like a villain this whole time. It's kind of
I've always thought those doves were pretty villainous.
Following Inspector Gregson's murder, and in the light of Dr. Wilson's death as well. There's really no one left who could testify about the events of 10 years ago.
If only there was someone else who was involved in the autopsy.
So that was the real purpose of the assassin exchange.
This court has no business raking over the coals of a case that was concluded a decade ago.
Yeah, wait, why the fuck did they not try to kill Mikotoba?
The
For real.
accusal brought... his name's not on anything, is it?
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah, because his name's not anywhere, so Stronghart probably... There's no written...
Did Stronghart
like
somehow
record
not
of
know
Mikotoba.
that he wasn't there?
I'm
Okay.
guessing not. I'm guessing he
Sure?
just didn't know Mikotoba existed.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's possible.
The accusal brought by the prosecution and the defense is categorically denied.
Well, I guess Mikotoba wouldn't have known about the falsified evidence, but...
I take it there are no objections.
Kazuma. He's more or less waited his whole life for this moment.
Only to be so wrong.
Is there nothing
Only
else?
to completely flub it.
Is there nothing else
He
we
just-
can do now?
You just tripped at the finish line, Kazuma.
Is there no other avenue we can go down in pursuit of the truth about what happened all those years ago? If only there was someone who could testify about Clint Van Zeeks' autopsy. Yeah, he's gone to extraordinary lengths to cover his tracks. He went so far as dispatching an assassin all the way to Japan to ensure Dr. Wilson's silence. And Dr. Scythe won't say anything against Stronghart. But there's still one ray of hope.
Objection.
Ray of Hope. Ray Membami.
Ray Membami!
Actually, there is one. I thought you were gonna say Ray, the fake name for the fucking lamp in
Oh, Ghost Ship.
because he says call me Ray of Hope or some bullshit. I can't
Ray
remember.
Ayanami from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, cruel lawyer's thesis. Congratulations. Actually, there is one person.
Get in the Mecha Stronghart, Mael Stronghart.
One person who could still testify about that autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no one left.
I killed them.
I killed them
I
all.
had them all killed.
Ah, fuck. Got me again.
Who? Tell me.
Kazuma,
Please. This trial can't end. Not yet.
It still needs to turn about.
Oh,
not doing
damn.
this for you.
Damn. Boy,
Doing it
trouble
for the
in
truth.
paradise.
You've been kind of an asshole this whole trial,
You've been a
Kazuma.
little bit of a dick, so.
Yeah.
The person the defense would like to call to the stand to testify about the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Zeeks is...
Lord Clint Van Zeeks.
So what was it like being cut open?
Give us the play-by-play.
For a second, I was like, where the fuck is he? I couldn't see him. It's like, shit, do we not have him on this list? That'd be bad.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny looking at him.
Jesus, Stronghart. Come
It's so
on.
funny. It's looking at Mikotoba's profile from this case. He like so much looks like like a Watson character.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny.
It's
like
so brilliant because it looks you in the face the whole fucking time.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then you're like,
yeah.
oh my god, he looks just fucking
Yeah,
like
it's
Watson.
honest.
Holy shit.
It's one of the smartest things this game did.
For
And,
sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great twist.
There's John Wilson. That's the classic Watson name. Haha, and he died, so there is none. But nope, there was. Just
yeah.
and he
That's
was
so
hiding in
good.
plain sight the entire time.
Yeah, it was really good.
Very, very, very clever.
Heaven help us. Another Japanese.
An expert in forensic medicine, my lord, Professor Eugene Mikotoba, 16 years ago, he came to London with Seishiro Jigoku and Genshin Asogi as a visiting student.
And the only one who didn't commit a crime, apparently.
And what could his testimony possibly tell us?
Professor Mikotoba was the primary assistant during the autopsy in question. He was also the person who actually penned the report.
Incorrect. The autopsy was carried out by the coroner, Dr. Wilson. The report carries his signature.
Clearly you have no idea how professions work, because in literally every profession, no, the assistant does all the work, and the guy in charge just signs it. This is not a medical thing, this is a business thing, this is a legal thing, this is everywhere. Assistants always do the work.
Tsusato looks over at Ryan. Yeah,
He's like,
they do.
And then some
Get him,
jackass
Susan.
in charge just signs their name on it.
It was the primary assistant's duty to keep a written record of the coroner's work during the procedure. In actual fact, the coroner merely read over the report at the end and signed it.
In other words, Professor Mikotoba witnessed the entire autopsy from start to finish.
What are you doing, Naruhodo? You trying to get me killed?
The defense...
Don't tell them I was
He's
there.
No! Ryan, don't talk about me!
The defense demands that Professor Mikotoba be summoned as a witness as a matter of urgency.
Everyone in the court just like looks at him and he's like,
like people on either side of him move their seats like away from him. The spotlight comes on him. He's like, God fucking damn it.
Oh, come on!
Strongheart's literally writing on a piece of paper, new assassin exchange.
he's like, he leans over to the guy next to him. He's like, "Hey, I'll give you like £5,000 if you kill that guy."
Whatever really happened in that autopsy laboratory 10 years ago is something only he can tell us.
Does anyone know any Japanese students I could find, or anyone know any students I could find? I need to make a very, very lucrative foreign exchange student offer.
The defense's demand is denied.
Okay, there is zero way
Because-
this looks good for you. What?
But Professor Mikotoba is in London at this very moment. We could summon him to the stand in minutes.
No. Of course he's not going to agree to it. Stronghart has no intention of summoning anyone who knows. He's too concerned about protecting himself.
Prosecutor Asogi, let me refresh your memory, which you lost, as you seem to have forgotten the prosecution's stance. Only minutes ago, you accused the defendant of being the Reaper and of masterminding the assassin exchange. I did, yes. So present your evidence for those claims and make your case complete.
And your transformation will be complete. Present your... Do it, Kazuma.
He still has the little like frame where his teeth move in the spray, which is really good.
At this time, I don't have the requisite evidence, but that's exactly why we need witness testimony. He's like,
I will bludgeon you to death with this actual mace that I am using as a
The professor case is closed. There are no clues in the distant past that will bolster your argument today. I'm afraid to say, Prosecutor Asogi, that you would appear to be possessed by the spirit of your late homicidal father.
Jesus
Oh, you're a spirit
Christ.
medium?
Dude.
Now, as I stated earlier, This court has already reached a conclusion with respect to the matter at hand. Inspector Gregson was murdered by Japanese Supreme Court Judge Seishiro Jigoku. As for any hidden circumstances that may exist, they will be investigated in due course by the proper authorities.
Objection!
That I pay.
But we all know what will happen. They'll just give the mastermind of the whole venture time to cover his tracks again. Which is you, by the way.
By which you mean me.
Well, yes, actually.
Your punishment for this contemptible behavior will be decided at a later date. As for you, Prosecutor Asogi, you will be remanded following these proceedings. Willingly, I trust, since you gave your word. This futile game of revenge is over, young Master Asogi.
Break the bench. Break the bench.
That will be all. I hereby declare this trial to be over.
But we didn't get a verdict for anything. Hey!
Yeah!
Mr. Sholmes!
What up, fuckers?
This is no place for amateur detection, Mr. Sholmes. May I remind you that these proceedings are closed to the general public. You will leave the courtroom at once.
Also, how did you get in then?
Yeah. Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Seishiro Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say.
I think this is my favorite track in the game. I fucking love
It's
this
so
song.
good. Like, genuinely incredible.
Lord Mael Stronghart, it's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to an end at this stage.
Is it really? And why would that be?
You need only recall your own words from the opening of the trial to answer that question. If I may. We will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Surely it can't be that the shock of being accused of being the Reaper yourself has erased that from your memory, can it?
I have amnesia.
Damn, get his ass.
The whole truth, sir, has already been uncovered.
But it definitively hasn't, though.
It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. I put it to you, my dear fellows, should the trial end at this juncture? After all, why have you been invited to attend? To nod along to the prevarications of your superiors?
Order! Order in the court!
It seems to me that we stand before a door that leads to a new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar. So it's not a door, it's a jar. Let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long ascendancy. For you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open now.
The auditors in the gallery have no rights to express an opinion on court proceedings. Silence!
Damn, bro.
He's right. The judge has absolute authority here.
Yes, if he calls the trial to an end, it must end.
But will that really do?
I sense dark things occurring behind the scenes. Dark things indeed.
Mother, is there a single person here who can I...
Thank you! Yes! Yes!
I was waiting for it.
Fuck, we love very old son who loves the park. What?
trial should go on. Summon the witness.
That's right. We need to clear this up before that young Japanese fellow is remained in custody.
My lord, you are sure those present that we would uncover the whole truth here?
Vindicate yourself for this outlandish scheme.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's the very foundation of British law.
A toast to my dependable colleagues in the gallery.
Yeah, this is good. I like this. Oh, they're saying it.
Well, my lord. You hear the voice of British justice, I take it? I think you'll find it will be rather awkward to silence.
Awkward, Mr. Naruhodo.
Not nasty, Sato.
The court will recess briefly.
I need to assassinate some people.
I need to go shit my pants.
Good thing I wore my brown pants. I have no intention of shrinking from these allegations.
Please, dude, that's your first mistake. By all means, shrink. Like, you're gonna get got if you don't
Yeah,
shrink.
you gotta shrink right now.
You gotta be real itty bitty.
Bailiff, arrange for the subpoena of the witness at once. As soon as the gentleman arrives at the courthouse, we shall reconvene.
A recess won't be necessary, my lord.
Oh, he's like, I got him right here, you stupid son of a bitch.
Pardon?
Mikotoba is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the antechamber as we speak. I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact. What? Professor Mikotoba is here in the courthouse.
Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know this would happen, did you? I mean, yeah.
My dear fellow, no one is in a better position to answer that question than you, surely.
I wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know.
Well, I must thank you for your assistance in this matter, Mr. Sholmes. However, you are of no further use here. Kindly leave the courtroom at once.
But of course, in truth I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments. Mr. Naruhodo!
Yes?
I trust you have Iris's little lucky charm with you?
Absolutely. It's still in my pocket.
She sends her regards. And a reminder, if you find yourself at a dead end, the ears are at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please.
Oh, of course. That's really funny.
In that case, the trial will continue without delay. Bailiff, show the witness to the stand.
I'm wondering if, like...
He's fucking this up real bad.
Oh,
like
he's
he
so
could still
fucked.
take
He's so
he could still take a recess. He could still be like, I don't care.
We
like,
should take 10
we're gonna
minutes.
take
Like, this is a pretty
Yeah.
big development.
Yeah, like come on, dude. Like I get it. You're trying to be a big man, but
Also, I'm wondering if we're gonna have a Sholmes segment in the middle of this trial. That's cool.
that would be
Enjoyed the last
rad.
one. So, it's Lord Stronghart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. Where exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder? Just how deep am I about to be plunged into the blackness of the abyss? Dark Souls. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to head into the heart of of this maelstrom and confront whatever horrors tries to drown me under.
Wow.
Wait, was that the joke with his name? Mael Stronghart? Holy shit!